Okay, welcome to chair yoga, and we're calling it chair yoga because most of the time we will spend seated. At the end of our chair practice, we will stand up and do some standing poses. Maybe if we have some time and everyone feels okay, we'll get in on the mat and do some core work. But for the most part, it's chair yoga. So I invite you to sit up in your chair, nice and tall with the spine nice and long. Feet are flat on the floor, maybe knees stacking on top of ankles. And the hands can rest somewhere in the lap, maybe on the knees. If you do have the hands on the knees or on the thighs, try to roll the shoulders back and become a little fuller there in the collarbone area. Just kind of roll them back. What we say, kind of let the shoulder blades roll down the back so we're sitting nice and tall, letting the heart shine forward. Head is in a neutral position, so we don't want it tilted. We want that long line along the spine, through the rib cage, long spine as we move through the neck to the top of our head. Maybe you close the eyes here and start to take some deep breaths. You can start to add some movement, and let's take the head, tilt the chin forward. So chin is reaching toward the chest, and let's roll the head to the right. Head is over the right shoulder, and let's roll it to the left. So it's like a pendulum. And try to keep the chest still in position and just getting a nice roll in just the neck area. I go from side to side, but if you don't have a lot of pain or any pain, some people like to go all the way around. And if you're taking the head all the way around, dropping it to the back, right ear to right shoulder, taking it forward and around again. Make sure to change directions. Remember to breathe as we do this. Take a couple more breaths. And let's bring the head back into neutral position. And let's start to roll the shoulders. Take the shoulders up to the ears. Scrunch them and then down the back. Roll the shoulders back. One more time up to the ears. Squeeze them there, the shoulders up to the ear, and now roll them down the back. And let's do that a couple more times. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears, then back down. Now let's switch directions and take the shoulders shrugging up to the ears and taking them to the front. Continuing to take those deep breaths. A couple more shrugs here. And then we'll bring the shoulders back to neutral. And just breathe here. Hands again resting lightly on the knees or the thighs. Deep inhale, through the nose and deep exhale out of the nose. 3 more times. Inhale in the nose, exhale out. Inhale in through the nose, exhale out. Last time. Inhale, exhale. Continuing to breathe. On your next inhale, let's float the arms up overhead. Long stretch, stretching out through the shoulders, the length of the arm. Stretch the fingers apart. And one at a time, stretch one arm up. And then the right goes up. You can put a slight bend in the opposite arm, almost like climbing a ladder. Stretch one arm and then the other. And you should feel a stretch in the body that's doing the pulling. Again, like climbing the ladder. One side, then the next. On your next inhale, arms are straight up, both side by side, and cross the fingers or clasp the hands together, and then turn the palms inside out so the palms are facing the ceiling. And that should provide for a deeper stretch. And here, let's just move from right to left with the palms stretched to the ceiling. Hands are clasped together, moving from one side of the hip to the other. Continuing to breathe. Inhale. On your next exhale, release the hands. Stretch up to the ceiling one last time. Take an inhale and exhale. Fall all the way forward. Chest over thighs. Let the arms drop. Let the head hang. Maybe hands grab the toes or grab the foot. And just breathe here. Take an inhale to lift halfway. Hands meet the shins. Flat back. Then exhale, fall forward. Take an inhale, float the arms back overhead. And this time, right hand grabs left wrist. And let's do a side bend to the right, gently pulling on the wrist to feel a stretch to the left. And we're staying on the right side, feeling that stretch in the left side body. Take a couple breaths here in this posture. Then inhale back to neutral, arms, hands reaching to the sky. This time, left hand grabs right wrist and side bend to the left. And we'll take a few breaths here as we feel the stretch on the right side. The left hand is doing a little tug on the right body to feel a deeper stretch. Try and keep that arm in line with the shoulder so we're not falling forward. Couple more breaths here. And let your next inhale bring you back up to we'll call this our mountain pose. Maybe this time we do a baby back bend. Let your gaze go up. Put a slight arch in the back. Take another inhale and exhale, fall forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Hands find the shins. Exhale, fall forward again. And inhale all the way back to our neutral seat pose. Let the hands find the knees. And breathe here. So now that we've done that stretching, you may feel that in the back or the shoulders. Let's go ahead and do some cat-cow. So with your hands on your knees, the soles of the feet flat on the floor, knees above ankles. Let's inhale for our cat pose. Inhale, arching the back, gaze goes up to the sky. Huh. Exhale to round the back. Inhale to cat. Eyes up to the sky. Round the back. Exhaling for cow. And let's do a few more of those at the pace of your own breath. Again, feel free if you need to step away or take a break, that's fine. We'll continue with our cat-cow. That's right, continuing to breathe. Couple more, and we'll come back to a neutral seat. And when you're taking your inhale, this is our cat pose. You're inhaling, putting an arch in the back. The gaze is going up to the sky. And you're exhaling, you're rounding the back for your cow pose. So we inhale, the gaze goes up, back arches. Exhaling, and we round the back, the gaze goes down to the floor. Inhale, gaze is up for cat. Exhale, round the back, gaze goes down. Take a couple more of those again at the measure of your own breath, and we'll come back to a neutral seated position. Okay.
Girls too much.
All right. Good. Nice cat and cow. Let's go ahead and do another sun salutation. So on an inhale, let's float the hands, the arms up above for our mountain pose. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands find the shins. Exhale, fall forward. And inhale, arms back overhead for mountain pose. Exhale, the hands back to prayer. And let's take a couple breaths here in our prayer pose. Take another inhale, arms are overhead. And this time we'll exhale to a side twist. So exhale, right arm goes forward, left arm behind. Looking over the left shoulder, right arm is forward. Feel the energy, the hand, the fingers. Part the fingers, left hand is reaching to the back, On another inhale, both arms reach up to the sky. Take another breath. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, side twist to the right. Left arm is forward. Right arm is behind. Gaze looks off the right shoulder. Feel the twist in the side body. And take a couple breaths here in the side twist. Inhale, the arms back up, overhead to mountain pose. Take a baby back bend here. Take another breath and fall all the way, hinge forward. Hands are to the ground or to the shins. Take a couple breaths here. And inhale all the way back to our neutral seated position. Here, let the right arm find the back of your chair. And I don't have a chair back, well, I will demonstrate that here. And you're still seated forward, facing forward, but the left hand goes to the right knee. And here we'll do another easy twist. Use the left hand to guide your twist to the right. Again, looking over the right shoulder. Take a breath here. Inhale, maybe on your exhale, you twist a little deeper, using the left hand to guide your twist a little deeper. Take another inhale. Maybe on your exhale, you twist a little deeper to the right. And once you reach your edge, just continue to breathe through it. On the next inhale, let's unwind back to center. Arms are up overhead in mountain pose. Take another breath and exhale the left arm now to the back of the chair. Right hand finds the left knee and take a gentle twist to look over left shoulder. And breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale, maybe you twist a little deeper. Again, using your right hand on that left knee to help you with that twist of the spine and the waist. Take another inhale, twist a little deeper, and breathe. Take another inhale and start to unwind, unhook the left hand. Arms go back up to mountain pose. Slight back bend on an inhale and exhale. Hinge forward all the way down. Take a breath. Take an inhale for halfway lift. Fingertips find the shins. Exhale, fall forward. And inhale, back to our neutral seated position. Hands find the thighs. Now let's do some leg work. On an inhale, take the right leg, extend in front of us. That left foot, sole is on the floor for the left foot. Knee is over ankle, but the right leg reaching forward. Put an arch. Flex that foot, then point the toe, flex again, and now we're going to take right ankle onto our left thigh, come into our seated figure 4 or pigeon pose. Here, Go ahead and flex that right foot. Maybe get some movement in that foot. Point the toe again, flex it. Here you will feel a stretch in that right hip flexor. Go ahead and now flex that right foot that is resting either on the left thigh, close to the left thigh, but not too far over. So if you can get it on the left thigh. And now let's extend arms out in front of us. Right leg is still resting in that figure 4 and start to hinge forward. Again, we talked about we hold a lot of stress and tension in the hips, and we have to be really intentional about stretching out the hips. So if you're moving forward, if you can, if it's comfortable for you, you can start to point the fingers towards the ground and feel the stretch there. Just going towards your edge. You should feel a stretch, but not discomfort. So continue to breathe. Wherever you are, either hands towards the floor or outstretched forward. On our next inhale, let's start to sit back up. Hands find the leg, and again, extend the right leg out in front of you. Start to move that ankle around to the left, to the right. Maybe you move the whole leg. And place the right foot on the floor. And let's window wiper. Use your hands to balance yourself in the seat. And let's window wiper the legs. Wash that away. Okay, now we'll take the left side. Extend left leg. Right foot flat on the floor. Start to move the left ankle around in one direction and then the other. This also works to strengthen the leg while we have our leg extended. You may feel something there in the front of your thigh as you keep the leg lifted. Now we'll grab hold of that leg, and now left ankle rest on right thigh. You can get it on right thigh, but we're cross leg. We're in this figure 4. Good. Wherever it lands, because you will get a stretch wherever that ankle lands. When you're comfortable in your figure 4, stretch the arms out in front. Hands are facing one another, arms parallel to the floor. Start to hinge forward like you're giving someone a gift in your hands. You will start to feel the stretch. You can stay here. If you feel something, if you want to take it a little deeper, you can start to move those hands towards the floor and continue hinging forward until you reach your edge. Foot is flexed on the left, right foot on the floor, and continue to breathe here. Very nice. Take an inhale from wherever you are. We will come back, sitting up. Use your hands to untangle yourself. Left leg extends forward again, and maybe we shake it out. You can move the ankle around or move the whole leg around. And then rest left foot on the floor next to right. And again, let's window wiper the legs. Just window wiper the legs. Excellent. Let's come back to a neutral seat. And now we're going to do an eagle variation with the arms. And when we come to our balancing poses, we'll try the same thing. But the eagle pose with the arms is, let's first stretch the arms forward in front of us. Put them up where the forearms are looking at each other. And now let's take right arm under left. Start to wrap forearms around, and maybe palms meet each other, or maybe wrists meet each other. But this is our eagle pose. So again, we're starting with arms, hands up. Let the right arm go under left. Start to twist around. And this is our eagle variation. So what you should feel here is that we're stretching out the upper back and the shoulders. Once you're comfortable with your eagle arms, we're going to start to hinge forward in our eagle arms. So you want some space between the knees so you can go as far as you can. Again, getting a stretch in the shoulder blades, across the upper back. Continue to breathe here. And on your next inhale, let's come back up. And we can also do this with our figure 4. Shake the arms out, and we'll take that on the other side. So this time, left arm is going under the right. Again, so we have our arms out. Left arm is under right. You can stop right here. You can have the wrist touch. If you have the space, you can have palms touch. But you'll start to feel something in the back. You should feel something below the neck and across the shoulder blades. Once you're comfortable with your eagle arms, we can start to hinge forward. And wherever you land is perfectly fine. If you can take fingers to the floor, great. They don't need to go there, because you will still feel the stretch wherever you land. And just breathe here. Let's come back up on an inhale and untangle the arms. Maybe roll the shoulders again like we did at the beginning and wash that away. Shoulders forward and shoulders backward. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some warrior poses. We've done this in our chair position before. We're going to go ahead and do a warrior 2 pose, and that has the arms out to a T. So what you want to do to get started is let's take our left leg and move it to the left. So our legs are at a 90-degree angle, and so our right leg is still facing forward in the position of our chair, but the left leg is to the side. And for this, again, I think we all have chairs without arms on them, so we should be able to get in this 90-degree angle. This is fine. If you have the space, you can widen that stretch and break the right leg out a little bit more, but 90 degree is just fine. Now the chest or the torso is facing forward in our chair. Torso's facing forward, and let's float the arms up to our T position, but the gaze will look towards left hand. The gaze is looking towards left arm. Gaze is off the second finger. Arms are pulling. You should feel that stretch. You should feel the energy through the fingertips. So arms are strong, arms are long. Energy coming out through the fingertips. Let's hold this for a couple breaths. And now we're going to reverse our warrior. To do that, right arm will go down the side of the right leg, wherever that right leg is. Left arm reaches up and gaze goes up as well. This is our reverse warrior. Take a breath here. What you should be feeling is a stretch on the left side body. Feet are flat on the floor. Right arm is down right leg. Take another breath. And come back to warrior two. Take another breath, then come back to our seated position. Legs are in front to our neutral seat. Let's take an inhale, float the arms overhead. Exhaling, hinge forward, fingertips find the floor. Inhale to halfway lift, fingertips are on the shin. Exhale, fall forward. And bring the hands to our neutral seat. This time we'll take warrior two on the right. So the right leg moves to the right side of your chair. That left. Now we have that 90-degree angle with our left leg, the front of our chair. Start to float the arms up in a T for our warrior two. You are facing now, torso is facing forward as best you can, but the gaze and the head faces towards the right. Again, and you will feel this. This is strengthening for the shoulders and the arms, and so you should feel this on both sides. You want to feel like your arms are being pulled in two opposite directions. Good. And so what you'll have is that the right arm is over your right leg, but the left arm is going to the back. So it looks like a T. Continue to breathe here. Take an inhale, and the exhale, let's reverse the warrior. So left arm goes down the left leg, right arm reaches up to the ceiling, and the gaze follows the right hand up to the ceiling. This is our reverse warrior. And breathe here. Take another inhale and exhale back to warrior two. Arms are out to a T. And inhale back to a neutral seat. Let's inhale, float the arms up to mountain pose. And exhale, fall all the way forward. Hands find the ground. Take a breath for a halfway lift. Hands find the shins. Exhale, fall back forward. And inhale back to a seated position. And we'll do one more warrior pose. And again, we will turn starting on the left. So the left leg is on the left side of our chair. But this time, this is our crescent pose. Our right foot, we come to the ball of the right foot. Now the right foot is still at the front of our seat. Left foot is on the side. We still have that 90-degree angle with the legs, but instead of the right foot is flat, the right foot, we're on the ball of the foot. And so in this position, your knee will start to go towards the floor, but we still are stable in our seat. And if it doesn't seem like the right foot, you want to try and get the heel off the ground in this position. So again, left foot firmly on the floor, and that right foot, we're on the ball. And so again, we're coming from it. This is where we were with warrior two. Now we move the right foot so it's in the same direction as the left, but we're on the ball of the foot. And you can be here. You can stretch out the leg longer to get a deeper stretch in the right, if that is accessible for you. But you just want, anywhere you are, you want to come to the ball of the foot. When you feel secure in this position, then we start to raise the arms. The torso is over the left hip, and this is our crescent warrior. Again, toes are facing the same direction, but we're on the ball of the right foot. If you have the space, you can start to arch the back to let the gaze go up to the sky. But wherever you are, you're on the ball of the right foot, and the gaze is over the left. Take a couple breaths here. And on an exhale, come back to our forward seated position, and we'll take this crescent pose on the right. So again, now we're forward. Feet are together. We'll start by taking the right leg and putting it at a 90-degree angle over the right. We can start to ease the left leg, left foot back, and come to the ball of the foot. Good. Perfect. In this position, we can now start to turn the waist to the right. And when you're here, when you feel stable, you can raise the arms to that crescent pose. Arms are straight overhead. And if you have the space, you can start to look up to the sky. And once here, just breathe. Remember, the right foot should be planted. Left foot, we're on the ball of the left foot. You can take it back a little more if you want a deeper stretch. Take another breath here. And on an exhale, let's come back to our regular seated pose. Very nice. Let's take one more salutation here. On an inhale, arms are overhead. Exhale to fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Take the fingertips to the shins. Exhale, fall forward. And this time, any way you can, use your chair. Let's come all the way to a standing position. Slowly rising vertebrae by vertebrae here. Once in standing, let's do a tree pose, and you can opt to use your chair. So if you want to stand behind your chair or the side of your chair, you can. I think we're familiar with tree. So let's start by putting the weight in the left foot, getting light in the right, and we'll start to build our tree so that right foot can land at the ankle. It can land on the side of the shin. We want to try to avoid putting pressure on the ankle. If you have the space, right foot can go all the way to the thigh. So I will stop here on the ankle. So left foot firmly on the earth. We're in this tree pose, right foot at the ankle. When you feel stable, the hands can come to prayer pose. If you have the space, the arms can go all the way up to a V or straight up. Anywhere you land, it helps. If you can find a focal point, something's not moving, to help you into your tree pose. Give each other space, because if you fall out of tree, you want to make sure that tree doesn't fall on someone. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And let's release right foot to the ground. Let's shake it out, shake it out. And we'll take tree on the left. So start to get heavy, putting that weight in the right foot. Getting light in the left foot, so left foot will go to ankle or shin. I'm not there yet, but maybe all the way up to the thigh. But wherever you land, find some stability in your tree, and maybe hands come to prayer. You can certainly use your chair or a wall to help you keep your balance. Find a focal point, something to look at that's not moving. Once there, maybe you move your arms all the way up to tree. And take a breath here in our balanced pose. Take another breath and let's come out of the tree and shake it out. Beautiful. Beautiful trees. Let's try one more. Eagle pose. And there's eagle hands, eagle arms, and eagle legs. You tell me if this works for you. I'll just demonstrate it. But we did eagle arms, and so we started by taking right arm under left, twisting around, so maybe wrists meet, maybe hands can meet, but that's eagle arms. And you can stay right here. You can try to balance on one foot, maybe lifting the right foot and flexing it while we have our arms and eagle. Maybe you balance on one foot, maybe you stay here. If you like, you can also include eagle legs. So you can take the right leg and start to fold right ankle, right thigh around the other leg. Again, you can stay where you are, or you can choose to take this eagle variation. And just breathe here, wherever you are. We'll take a couple more breaths in our eagle pose. Take an inhale and exhale. Let's come out of the pose. Again, feel free to get some water. If you need to come to a resting pose, feel free to take a seat. We'll take that eagle variation again on the left. This time, left arm is under right. Twisting it around so that left, bicep goes under right tricep. Swinging around, maybe the wrists meet, maybe hands meet. We stay right here, feeling and getting a stretch in the shoulder blades and the back. Maybe we play around with balance. You let the left foot come off of the floor. If you're doing that, make sure to flex left foot because it can help with your balance. Maybe if you want to go a step further, you add on eagle legs. So left leg comes around, trying to get the thighs together, and maybe left foot hooks behind the right leg. And you may have to bend down a little bit to keep this pose. Wherever you are for this eagle arm variation, take a couple breaths, finding a focal point. Hold here, take another breath, and exhale to release. And let's balance it out. Excellent. Excellent. Let's go ahead, float the arms up overhead. And hinge forward, exhaling down to the ground. Inhale for halfway lift, flat back, fingertips find the calves. And exhale, hinge forward again. And let's slowly come all the way back up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, let the head come up last. Excellent. Beautiful work. I have one more thing for us to do before we get to our final resting pose, but we are going to find our mats. We'll do a little core work before going to Savasana. If you have your mat, or you don't feel like you need your mat, but we are going to come to a seat. Go behind. Okay. We're in a seat on the floor. You want to have your feet, soles of the feet flat on the mat. Let's put the arms forward, and I think everyone knows where we're going. We're going to do some core work, some boat poses. A few things we can do here as we lower to low boat and high boat. A few variations. We can keep the feet planted. We can come to the heels of the feet. As we lower our boat, you can have the hands behind the thighs to help you with lowering and bringing you back up. When you do that, we want to make sure we don't want to concave the back. We want to make sure the heart is shining. If you take this variation, you can also keep the legs up as you go from high boat to low boat. That's another variation. Okay, and I'll just say lower, bring it back up. So wherever you are, let's go ahead and have the arms forward or hands behind the thighs. And let's go to low boat. Hold, 2, 3, high boat, 2, 3, low boat, 2, 3, high boat, 2, 3, low boat, 2, 3, high boat, 2, 3. Let's do this 2 more times. Low boat, continue to breathe, high boat, low boat, high boat, and let's rest there. Breathe that out. Nice work. Okay, everyone seems really comfortable with that. So let's do one more thing. Working on the core. We'll do some work on the obliques. So let's find our mat all the way down. Let's put hands clasped behind the head. So the elbows are out to the side. Let's rest the soles of the feet on the mat so our knees are pointed up to the sky. Using our hands, let's raise the head off of the mat a little bit. And again, soles of the feet are on the mat, so your knees are pointed up. So knees bent, thank you. Knees bent, soles of the feet. And we're just going to start to reach elbow to knee. And we'll do that 5 times. And so what I mean is 1, 2, we'll extend that leg as we switch sides. 3, slowly. 4, right elbow to left knee. It's bicycle. 5, it's like a bicycle, exactly. 6, again, trying to get in that direction, elbow to knee. 2 more. 8, 9, 10, and let's find rest. Let everything drop to the earth. Legs extended forward, arms by your side. Maybe you blink the eyes closed and take rest.
Every
As you start to bring some movement into the body, start to wiggle the fingers. Maybe wiggle the toes. Turn your head slowly from right to left. You can feel free to stay here in Savasana. When you're ready, you can take an easy curl to one side of your mat. You can use one hand to help you back up to a seated position at the front of your mat. You can bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.
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 Thank you. Very nice.